bamboo cultivation. So their production share has increased, due to which Northeast share has decreased recently. Now, when we talk about the bamboo data, so what we need is, we got to have the data which are of which species of bamboos are available in what quantity and the locations. As of now, we do not have data. I'm repeating again. Second thing is, okay, even if we have this data that, okay, for this Bambusa tulda or whatever species, we now have the data of species wise. Even that also doesn't solve the problem of the industries, because what they need is the annually harvestable bamboo amount. That how much bamboo I'm going to get in this financial year, this year, which is a mature, which is more than 3 years, which is more of an industrial use. And then we know that this big time industry, especially Assam Biorefinery Private Limited, they are coming, ABRLP are coming, and they have an annual requirement of 6 lakhs ton annually for their biorefinery plant. Now, when this kind of units will be setting up, they already have a challenge of sustainable bamboo supply chain and sustainable bamboo supply to their plant throughout the year. Now, with this kind of big units in the region, we also have to look out at how much quality bamboo material or bamboo stock we will get for the other bamboo units to make them sustainable, to make available of quality supply material, quality bamboo material. That is one thing. So these two aspects, that one is how much bamboo is available in Northeast, one is species wise and location wise, and second is how much bamboo is annually harvestable. That data need to be available very readily, so that any industry who wants to set up in Northeast, they have this data and they can make their action plan. Because without data, industry has nothing. I mean, they can't plan their annual procurement plan, they can make their annual business plan if they do not have the accurate access to the raw material data. We need to look into that. Then next is that, okay, whatever data of Forest Survey of India, they are available within the forest. If we got to explore that, because in Northeast, if you see that forest definition even also is like very, I mean, something unique sort of, that we have mostly is community forest kind of things. So from community forest, that bamboo extraction is allowed. But problem with community forest bamboo extraction is the natural stock of these bamboos are in such remote and difficult areas, their extraction to the main collection point is even costlier than collection point to the market. So that makes it totally techno-commercially not feasible to extract those bamboos and make them utilized for a proper industrial level use or value addition. Now, what we propose is that we had come up with a unique concept of bamboo extraction road. Bamboo extraction road is basically, these are roads, motorable roads, where this natural stock of bamboo can be explored in a much easier way. And what we propose is that there are a lot of schemes of Government of India for road connectivity development, especially in the rural area, like Manrega, like PMGSY. And definitely in similar concept, this bamboo extraction road can be developed, which can give us access to unlock the natural potential of Northeastern bamboo. And when we in fact propose this in our action plan, then you can see that in the PM Divine scheme of this 1500 crore scheme of the Government of India, which was sanctioned to NEC, during that the state government of Mizoram, they got the bamboo extraction road sanctioned. Now they're working on it. And similarly, it's not that when I talked about the bamboo data availability, it's not that not every state is working towards it. Now, Meghalaya government is working towards it for their state government, for the resource mapping of bamboo within the state of Meghalaya. And they have taken the help of Northeast Space Application Center, NESEC. And NESEC has been helping them. Nagaland also has started partially. And it is high time that all of the state government of Northeast should act on this. And in fact, the government of Assam also has approached NEDFI, because NEDFI has a fund called Techno-Economic Development Fund, TEDF. We are the custodian to the fund. And this fund is, the aim or objective of this fund is to conduct studies and research. Those are of socio-economic and developmental importance to the region. And Government of Assam under that fund has already approached NEDFI for doing a bamboo resource mapping exercise for the state of Assam. And through this platform, I also urge that all the states, whoever, they think that bamboo resource estimation, particularly through this platform, I'd like to request the state of Manipur that the state governments should definitely act towards it, and NEDFI will be there to help them through the this exercise. That is one thing. Second thing is that to make the bamboo more feasible for exporting in terms of different products, what we need is quality raw material, quality bamboo throughout the year. If you see the norms of existing National Bamboo Mission for plantation management, planting, plant healthcare, and fertilization, the current rate of plantation, the current rate of per hectare cultivation, it is still not feasible for the region of Northeast. The transportation costs are very high here. If you buy quality planting material, supply it to the farmers in the far off locations, that itself within the cost of the eligible limit, it's not sufficient to do that. And what leads to this? This leads to a lot of plant mortality. Plant mortality is probably more than 20%. So to reduce this, probably what we need to do is we again need to relook that what is the existing norm of plantation, bamboo plantation rate under the bamboo mission, and whether that needs to be revised so that proper fertilizer input can be given, proper plant healthcare management can be given, proper plantation protection can be given. We need to look into that. Now, coming up to that, one thing is the natural stock of bamboo, but where do we cultivate bamboo? Northeast being a land where our landholding pattern is already less than the average Indian landholding. We have probably 0.92 hectare of land per farmer. Where our staple food rice, we need to focus on that, supported by then in the remaining time, whenever we are not doing the rice or paddy farming, we had to focus on the vegetable farming or other things. So in these cases, can we actually go for bamboo farming in a large scale? Whether farmer will be actually encouraged to do the bamboo farming. Now, if you see, let's take the example of Tripura. When you see what Tripura is doing, that earlier there are a lot of bamboos which have now been replaced by the rubber. And if you see, the only reason that why people are more inclined towards doing rubber plantation is they have the assured market of that. What Tripura government and rubber mission has done excellent is they have connected the industry, they have brought the industry within the state. And that has encouraged the farmer to go for the rubber farming. Now, when we talk about bamboo, is it the similar situation in case of bamboo? We have to look into that. And if not, how do we encourage our farmers to go for bamboo cultivation? Now, one thing that we can definitely look into is the wasteland cultivation. Now, see, every year there is a Wasteland Atlas of India that is published. There are a lot of different categories of wasteland. I think there are around somewhere near to 30 categories of wasteland. But not all the wasteland categories are bamboo cultivable. But if you find out the categories of bamboo cultivable wasteland, even then, the figure is not very small. We almost have a 3 million hectares of bamboo cultivable wasteland within the region. And it is high time we need to act towards it. We need to, because wasteland is something very much dynamic. This year it can be wasteland, next year it may not be remain as a wasteland. This year it's not a wasteland, next year the pattern may change. So we really need to take up an exercise where this wasteland need to be identified, potential wasteland need to be identified, the ownership pattern need to be identified, the communities need to be, the capacity building of the communities who owns that wasteland, that needs to be, they need to be made aware, they need to be further trained, or the capacity building exercise need to be done, where we can explore this wasteland cultivation of bamboo, and that too through formation of farmer producer companies. We can look into that. Now, when we talk about bamboo, making bamboo furnitures, we have to go for bamboo furniture, export and all. So we also need to look into, see now what happening is, definitely the commercial cultivation of bamboo was encouraged by the National Bamboo Mission in a lot of the pockets, okay? But the focus was always on expansion of the area. The focus where we need to look into is, how do we increase the productivity? Now see the China's maximum productivity. I'm not comparing because their bamboo species is very different. Even their landholding policy, how government has encouraged bamboo cultivation through their very strict policy from last 30 years. That's an altogether different story. I'm not going into that. But even if you compare the productivity, the China's close to 30 MT per hectare versus India's 4 MT per hectare, we are nowhere in the global market. That's where we look into that, how we can explore, how we can increase the bamboo productivity. And when we talk about bamboo productivity, we have to talk about good quality bamboo planting material. then we also need to talk about the pure bamboo forestry. And when we have to go for pure bamboo forestry, then definitely it's time that we also look into sustainable cultivation. We have to bring in the concept of Forest Stewardship Council FSC certification, because those things are very important. Those things are very important when you are going to export your bamboo to the developed countries. Now see, we talk about that, okay, IKEA can be a potential customer for our bamboo furnitures, right? But the IKEA's I standard norms, IKEA has the I standard norms, where I mean one bamboo entrepreneur who wants to supply their bamboo furniture to them. So that cost is not very much feasible, that the certification cost of I standard, you adhere with the I standard norms, that's not very much feasible for the small time entrepreneurs. So it has a significant cost for ensuring the sustainability. Are you harvesting the bamboo from a sustainable forest? Are you assuring that you are not harming the nature? Are you properly taking care of your labors? There are a lot of rules need to be followed, whether you are following the fair trade practices. So a lot of things need to be followed when you are actually preparing your entrepreneurs for the export market. So definitely, yeah, there can be a lot of value addition, but these things need to be taken care of, these things need to be addressed before we think about exploring the bamboo's export potential. And second thing is, we also have to, when we talk about the farmer producer companies and cultivation through them, we also have to look into that what kind of supply chain we are going to actually propose. Now see, what's happening within the interior locations of hill, the people who are supplying bamboo, they are normally filling the bamboo according to the length of the trucks. What they are doing, if the truck comes with a length of 15 feet, they will cut the bamboo to fit within the region so that they don't have to get any more fines in the check gates and the toll gates. So they cut it and there's a lot of wastage. But what we can do is we can bring in the concept of multimodal supply chain, that where, because every part of bamboo, starting from the base towards the top, it has different use for the different industries. So if at all we can bring in the concept where these different parts of bamboos can be separated itself within the source by using our machines, by using low-cost machines, then supply to the different industries, that's going to save a lot of wastage, something that we can look into. And second thing in terms of this bamboo supply chain is that we also have to look into how we can explore the potential of inland water transportation. Now we all know that every kilo of good that takes 10 rupees to send through the road transportation, it costs 6 rupees through the railway transportation, it costs 1 rupee through inland water transportation. So that's the advantage that the inland water transport is going to give us. And with the government of India's new focus on developing the inland water routes, now we can definitely the outbound logistic, when we talk about all the supply of bamboo to the export market, this outbound logistic can definitely explore the use of inland water, this connectivity. Now, the next thing that I would like to bring in here is that we have done very less work on bamboo research and development. Now, currently what's happening, all the bamboo research and development that are happening on silos. Let's say we are talking about bamboo as a fiber. Bamboo fiber, probably National Bamboo Mission has sanctioned one project to NITRA, Northern India Textile Research Association, long back, and that's with NITRA. Now NITRA's job is to work on textile, not only on bamboo. I'm not saying NITRA is not doing anything, or I'm not saying NITRA is doing something wrong, but what I'm saying is NITRA's job is to do on textile, not only on bamboo textile or bamboo fiber. Now with IPRIT, Government of India has sanctioned one more project on bamboo as a wood or bamboo as a plywood, right? But all these institutes, they have all their agendas and all their mandates, out of which bamboo is just one small component. But if you really need to take up this Northeast bamboo to the next level, we need a focused research and development wing of bamboo that can happen only within the region. It cannot happen outside the region. It has to be here, because this is where we get the best quality of raw material. And that needs to happen here. And we also need to think about that, how do we make available the low-cost fund to the bamboo entrepreneurs? Because as of now, bamboo is something that no matter how big the industry is, it is very much labor intensive and not very much capital intensive. So when there is very much labor intensive, it's very difficult to become the formal lending institutions to invest on that. So we have to also create separate pool of fund or special corpus where we need to provide low cost fund access to the bamboo entrepreneurs. Now, one thing is that net fee, we have definitely done funding to the bamboo entrepreneurs. Even we also, the first bamboo startup from Northeast that received venture capital was from Netfee. It was one startup called Crafting from Jorhat. It was a bamboo handicraft unit. They are doing excellent products. Now, similarly, we also have to create that how we can do. And in this case, actually, maybe including Netfee, other financial organizations all need to come together to create this common corpus where bamboo entrepreneurs can get low-cost fund access. We also talked about the Bamboo Challenge Fund. Bamboo Challenge Fund is something that, okay, when the startups are bringing a lot of new ideas, a lot of new technologies, why don't we ask the startup to throw the challenge? Why don't we throw the challenge to the startups where they can solve the bamboo sector problems, bamboo sector commercial and industrial problems, and they get the award for that. They get the funding for that. And recently, it was really, encouraging to see that under the Ministry of MSME, there is one Bamboo Challenge Fund has already been opened by Finovista, if I'm not wrong, and that has already been working. And I think I have very 1 or 2 points left. One thing is that, okay, the machinery, when we talk about export of bamboo, all this bamboo value addition, the first and foremost thing that will come for the entrepreneur, the machinery. And as of now, yes, there are a few good machinery suppliers in India. Most of them are concentrated to the state of Madhya Pradesh. Some are in the West Bengal. But even then, the import of bamboo machinery is still high. We are mostly dependent on machines from China and Taiwan. We need to look into how we can make more of the local technologies that are more suitable to the Indian species of bamboo. So that is something, even we have got, when we interacted with the farmers of Meghalaya, we got to know that there are many times when we already buy the machines, we see that in many times these are not suitable for the people of Northeast, for the farmers of Northeast. One I was seeing is that one farmer told us that because it was an example of the state of Meghalaya. We say that the Meghalaya people, the average height is a little bit less. So when we say that there's a big machine coming up from outside the supplier who has got it to the state of Meghalaya, ultimately it was not very much ergonomic for the Meghalaya farmers to use that machine. So those are small things, but they matter a lot when you are actually going to implement in the field. So bamboo, something in the line of Bamboo Machinery Center of Excellence, where we have to think about how we bring new technologies which are suitable and adaptive to the Indian bamboo species. We need to look into that. And particularly for the decorative item, that last, I think this is one of the part of the topic of today's agenda, that how we develop the bamboo decorative items. We have to probably go for one cluster, one product sort of approach. Now, see, it's not that this is something very new. This has already been happening. I don't know how many of you are aware of, but if you have heard about this SCAN project of Meghalaya, it is called scan.in. It was an initiative by the IIT Guwahati Department of Design in collaboration with the Meghalaya Industry and Commerce, if I'm not wrong. So in the Moshinram belt, there was already these villages who have been doing beautiful bamboo basketry work. Now the problem with these people was that one thing is whatever they were doing very much traditionally. So they were mostly catering only to the state market. And second thing was they didn't have the practice to go for bamboo treatment, due to which, though the products look very excellent in the beginning, so with time the product color fades. So and third thing is the productivity was very low because they were not using any frames or molds. Now, when IIT Guwahati's Department of Design came into the picture, what they did, they created wonderful frames and modules, which are, molds, which are very much ergonomic for the production. And that increased the productivity by manifold. And today, if you go to that village of Moshinram, you see that there are beautiful products they're making, which are more of a universal acceptance, not only catering to the local market. So probably we need to create more such kind of success stories, which are going to encourage our bamboo artisans to work towards not only as export, but yeah, domestic market itself is good enough, big enough. So that's all from my side. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Neok. You rightly very minutely explained all the details, facing the problems, and about the lack of data, which is very important. And you also highlighted the Techno-Economic Development Fund, the National Bamboo Mission, the need of the multi-modal supply chain. And definitely, yes, the Make in India machinery should be manufactured by India. And the proceeding of this webinar has been recorded, and we'll submit a knowledge report to the government as well. Since Mr. Nehog will be leaving as if he is on the review meeting of the NEC. So if any members or participants have any questions for him, you can take the question. You can raise your hands so I can allow you to speak. Thank you, Mr. Nehog.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
I will take your leave now.
Yeah,
definitely, if anybody has questions, you can please mail it to me. Vibhutita has my email ID, phone number, everything. But actually, I have to hurry for a meeting with NEC now.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. So now we have with us Mr. Geet Kumar Nepram. Mr. Geet Kumar is the architect planner, the head of Bamboo Construction Unit, Habitat Bamboo, CEO of Habitat Design Studio, Manipur. Mr. Geet Kumar is the former Chief Town Planner and Director of Municipal Administration and Housing and Urban Development, Government of Manipur. So I request Mr. Geet Kumar to kindly deliver his address. So you have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Actually, I retired from service in the year 2018. While I was in service, I was in charge of a unit called Manipur Building Center, where all the new materials are explored in that building center. So I started working with bamboo before my retirement, and my attraction to bamboo was basically because my father, who is no more, he is from the Indian Forest Service, and he was doing a lot of works on bamboo. So this interest and desire for working on bamboo was inherited from my father. So the moment I retired, it was so lucky that there was a World Bamboo workshop held in Imphal, Manipur, where I was exposed to the experts of the world. So the moment I started working then I started working in bamboo constructions. So right now I'm working with my son, who is also an architect in bamboo constructions, and we have taken up many new projects under, all 100% bamboo works only. So the difficulties, then there's also another organization in Manipur called Bamboo Development and Promotion Organization. It's a registered body. The society is formed by all the bamboo lovers of Manipur, and I'm deeply involved in that society. So since the last 4 years, we have been interacting with all the bamboo experts, bamboo artisans working in the state of Manipur. So the difficulties faced by the people of Manipur, I can highlight one by one. The first one is there's no proper cultivation of bamboo in the state, because the bamboo cultivation, there's no proper method of selling the bamboos, because due to population pressure, I think if you go look at the map of Manipur, Manipur is broadly divided into two parts, hill and valley. So valley comprises about 10% of the land area only, and the habitation, around 90% of the people lives in that area. So like in the valley, there's no bamboo crop no more. It's almost nil now. So whatever bamboo left is mostly in the hills only. Now, since the bamboo is procured from bamboo for utilization in valley plain area, the cost of bamboo is very high, because it must be the highest in the northeastern region. Number one. Number two is there was no proper treatment of bamboo whenever we utilized that. That's number two. And number three is many artisans, many handicrafts, the artisans, they have tried exporting bamboo products in the past, but they have failed miserably. They have failed miserably on two counts. The first one is to meet the deadline. Because if you think of export, you have to meet the deadline given by the buyers. That's number one. Because here the bamboo products are mostly on small scale, on household basis only. So it's very difficult to meet the timeline given by the importers when you think of export. And number two is the most difficult task is the standardization. Because since it is a handicraft product, uh, it's very difficult to maintain the size and save and the specifications normally given by the artisans. So these are the two products that has, so like in Manipur, so right now we are producing the handicraft products only for local consumption and to a very limited scale for purchase by outsiders who are really interested in those products on piecemeal basis. I mean, few quantities, not in bulk quantities. So the question of export is non-existent right now in Manipur. That is my experience in the last 4 years. There's no export right now, but the effort has been made by individuals, not from the government side, I think. Of late, this MSME, they have started training people, artisans for export-oriented business, but it will take some time to pick it up in Manipur. So basically, if you want to promote bamboo in Manipur, the first one is there should be proper cultivation of bamboo in the state. That's number one. Number two is this awareness of harvesting bamboo should be the top priority because we are facing a lot of difficulties in getting in procuring bamboos for construction purposes. For construction, we require matured bamboo, which is normally 3 to 4 years old, and it's difficult to get 3 to 4 years old bamboo. I mean, you have to selectively harvest those bamboos only. Then another factor is that as my nephew had expressed, bamboo is I mean, a labor-intensive work, and sport finance, uh, I mean, low-cost investment is very, I mean, wanted to extend low-cost investment into the bamboo financiers, bamboo carpenters, bamboo this handicraft artisans. Uh, so far, I think the amount, the support from either the bank or the government is very limited, and most of the bamboo artisans are surviving from hand to mouth. Uh, and even if you call for this capacity building, they will not come because they can't lose their day's wage. So I think the export of bamboo in Manipur is really non-existent, and the future of the artisans are very bleak. I mean, it's not. Uh, uh, so I think a lot of hard work and a lot of effort has to be put in, forgetting about the export, but for the survival of the bamboo artisans, for the survival of the bamboo craftsmen in the state. So I think a lot of work has to be done in Manipur for the export, but even for local consumption also is getting, I mean, price are skyrocketing because of the labor intensive works. And as the previous talker said, the machineries made in Madhya Pradesh, they are not feasible in the state because bamboo in Manipur, available bamboos are very hard, so machines do not last because like they are designed and manufactured based on the specifications and quality required for uh, just cutting or stripping or splitting the bamboo available in Madhya Pradesh. But since the bamboo available in Manipur, they are very hard. So the machines do not last long. I think most of the machines procured by the state are lying idle now because of this. Then another difficulty that I found in construction is that uh, for a beautiful structure, like because most of the bamboos are cut according to the size of the truck, we do not get the desired length of bamboo for construction purposes. So that there we have to make our own arrangements, and transportation cost is very high. since it has to come from the hill and you have to make your own arrangement, because in construction, we require 20 feet, 30 feet long bamboos. But the treatment machines, the impregnation machines, normally manufactured in this country, hardly the longest one is 20 feet. So there also this problem occurs. So I think if you want to compete with the outside, I mean, state, I mean, beyond Manipur, then in Manipur we have to the societies or the government or the banks we have to work together to encourage the low cost farmers to and promise them, assure them that their products will get a sell value if large scale productions takes place. And another thing is the government of India's policy is now focused on community sort of thing, like groups, common facility centers. But in Manipur, that it is very difficult to, in the hills, the common facility centers will work, but in the valley, the common facility center will not work. So I think the government should reserve, earmark some amount for encouragement of bamboo artisans on individual basis, not only on common facility centers. Common facility centers are mostly for large scale productions only. But if you want to develop the handicraft products, you have to finance and promote the individual handicraft workers also. And another experience that I have encountered in my state is, I think there should be a proper bamboo policy, and there should be an agency to look up to the welfare, to look up to the development of bamboo. Because in the Northeast, what I see is that in some states, but this bamboo is looked after by agriculture department, and in some states, bamboo is looked after by industry department, and in some states, bamboo comes under forest department. So I think for the Northeast, there should be a common decision taken that bamboo should be looked after by this department only, because in the central government, bamboo is looked after by the agriculture department. So here in some states, it is looked after by industry department. In some states, it is looked after by agriculture department. In some states, it's looked after by the forest department. Now, this industrial policy, transport, export, import, all comes under industry. And bamboo is looked after by a different department. So how you can bring bamboo or bamboo products under this umbrella, industrial umbrella? So that's another major issue. So I think there should be a different decision taken that this bamboo mission or the whatever bamboo promotion or bamboo development should be looked after by a particular department in the northeastern states. In Manipur, the industrial policies are framed by the industry department, and bamboo mission is looked after by forest department. So there's a big gap between and handloom and handicrafts is looked after by another department. So there's a big gap in between the handicrafts, industry, and forest department while trying to promote bamboo. So like all export, import, promotion, all this capacity building and incentives are taken up by the industry department, whereas bamboo is under the forest department. So I think this anomaly should be streamlined. And in many states, there's a bamboo development agency, particularly established for the promotion and development of bamboo. I think in Manipur also, we should think of an agency who looks after bamboo only, because forest department being a big department, they have very little time to spare for bamboo. So I think there should be an absolute agency, earmarked for bamboo, one agency who can promote, develop, and conduct capacity building programs for development of bamboo. That's all I think I have from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So you mentioned that there is no export in Manipur.
Yeah.
So what is the reason you think?
No, because many people have attempted export on bamboo products. So they have failed because one part for export, you have to meet the deadline. So most of the artisans on individual basis, they could not meet the deadlines. That's number one. Number two is the standardization. the specifications. In bamboo, it's really difficult to maintain the specifications, standardizations, because the bamboo sizes are not the same. Different sizes you'll find bamboo. So like, yeah, if you are supposed to provide a bottle, bamboo bottle of say 3 inches dia, it'll be very difficult to get 3 inches dia whenever you fell down and cut a bamboo. So these are the two major.
Right.
Uh,
Because cane and bamboo craft is a thriving business in Manipur, and it acts as a catalyst in the employment generation as well in the state.
no, it generates, but
Yes.
it's mostly to the local level only. It's not going beyond. That's my experience in the last 4 years. I have been working with Bamboo Development and Promotion Organization.
Because last time when I visited Manipur, I interacted with few craftsmen. They are of the view that bamboo craft, which is the integral part of villagers, is diminishing gradually due to lack of preservation as well as lack of training. So maybe you can have the training institutes who can train those craftsmen for bamboo.
No, you are right in a way also, because every state has got a bamboo promotion organization in an institute who deals in bamboo only. In Manipur, we have no such institute. I think that's one reason why there's no scope. I mean, number of bamboo exporters are coming down.
Okay.
Because in Assam you have this RFRI in Jorhat.
Bamboo mission.
Yeah, not only bamboo mission, but the one who does research on bamboo. That's more important than a bamboo mission.
Thank you, sir. So maybe we have got two speakers more. So I request Engineer Manoj Kumar Das, who is a former MD of NER and also is involved with Netfeed. So he has worked lots of activities with bamboo and cane, and he is one of the pioneers who took the initiative to start a CBDC in Meghalaya. So Engineer Manoj Das, you have to unmute yourself. Mr. Manoj Das, are you there? Okay, in the meantime, we can go to Mr. Praveen Verma. He's a young professional from DGFT Kolkata. So Praveen, you can hear.
Yes. I'm just sharing the slide.
Yes, please.
The slide is visible now, no?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So first of all, thank you so much, sir, for inviting us to this particular event regarding export potential of cane and bamboo furniture and decorative crafts. Focus state is the Manipur. This is Parveen Verma, young professional from DGFT Directorate General of Foreign Trade under Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. So regarding the bamboo furniture and decorative crafts, the focus state is, as for the today's topic, is the Manipur. So we can discuss about the exact profile of the Manipur. So the capital is Imphal, and these are the 128% per square kilometer population densities, and there is a 3.3 million of population are there, and administrative districts are 16. And the most important factor is we have 76.9% of literacy rate over here. So regarding the executive summary of the Manipur, yes.
No, it's okay.
Hello.
Mr. Manoj Das has come. No problem. You can continue.
Okay. So these are the 6 major points which are basically focusing in the Manipur. Number 1 is the flourishing of the bamboo processing industries, and second is the strong handicraft industry sector are there, and strong handloom industries are also there. And we have also selected handloom products in our district export action plan, under which Imphal East is one of the districts we have selected, and top 3 products, handloom industries are also there. So fourth one is the strong border trade opportunities we have into the internationally, and the largest woman run market in the country. And sixth one is the tourist paradise. So next one is the economic snapshot of the export of the Manipur. As we can see into this graph, the merchandise export from Manipur in the year 2015, we raised to the 2.6 million USD in the 2019, and now it has decreased up to the 0.93 million of dollars. So total export from the Manipur stood at USD 0.93 millions in the year 2022, and it will be a 0.3 million in the coming in the uh, uh, in the year 2023. So these are the basically products which are manufactured from the bamboo. As you can see into these are the different kinds of lamps are there. These are the some baskets, these are the trays and different sort of things. And from bamboo, these are the intimation jewelry as well. Along with that, these are the different products, furniture which some of the exporters have prepared. And these are the infrastructure which is built from the bamboo products. So the major sectors in the Manipur are the bamboo. The fund allocated under National Agroforestry and Bamboo Missions in 2015, and these are the allocated and these are the released amount. So in 2018, 0.6 million USD has released from the different ministries in Manipur. So Manipur is one of the India's biggest bamboo producing state and also a major contributor to country bamboo industry. Manipur accounts for about 25% of the total growing stock of bamboo of northeastern region and 14% of the country's total. The state has a total bamboo bearing area of 10,687 square kilometers. Three common facility centers for bamboo processing have been established differently in the uh, under the National Mission on Bamboo Applications under Government of India. So for the year 2021, the annual allocation in Manipur to implement National Bamboo Mission stood at rupees 65 million rupees, which is approximately 0.88 million USD. So these are the different states, acts and policies which is introduced by the state government as well as the central government. Number one is the Manipur Textile Policy 2020. It is launched basically to strengthen and encourage the handloom and handicraft industries to produce value-added items for securing global markets, to attract investment in the sector and make Manipur as a preferred textile destination. Second one is the Manipur State Sine Policy 2022. Third one is the Industrial and Investment Policies of Manipur 2017, which is to develop good infrastructure to ensure planning and accelerate industrial development, to gather investment and establish a strong administrative support in the state. Fourth one is the Mineral Policy, and fifth one is the Northeast Industrial Development Scheme, that is NEIDS 2017, and to promote industrialization in the state in northeastern region and to improve productivity in government departments through computerization. So after that, what will be the role of DGFT in exporting of these kind of products which is prepared from the bamboo and the cane, the different handicrafts as well as the different kind of products which is prepared or which is manufactured by the raw material as bamboo and cane. So the DGFT is basically the Director General of Foreign Trade, is a government organization in India which is responsible for the formulation and implementation exim policy, guideline and principle for importers and exporter of the country. Before 1991, the DGFT was known as a Chief Controller of Imports and Exports. It is an attached office of Department of Commerce, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. It is headquartered in Udyog Bhavan, New Delhi. The DGFT also issues authorization to exporters and monitor their corresponding obligations through a network of 24 regional offices all over the India. So the basic functions of the DGFT is formulation and implementation of various trade policy, particularly the foreign trade policy. Okay, so the formulation and implementation of the promotion schemes, for example, district as export hub schemes, which I will be discussing into the next slide, and different trade promotion wings are also there, and Niryat Bandhu scheme is also there. So facilitation of imports and export through administrative of export schemes, to play an advisory role to government on policy measures, such as the implementation of the trade policy, and to promote industrialization in the state. So these are the basic functions of the DGFT. So pertaining to national and international economic scenario. Establish and control the standard norms of input and output. Next one is to allocate import export code number to importer and the exporter. For example, if you want to export any of the products, so before exporting any of the handicraft products, you have to first take an IEC certification. IEC code, you need to take the IEC code from the DGFT. Through this license, you can only export from this license only. If you don't have this IEC code, you won't be able to export. Next one is assisting state to develop their infrastructures for exports. Establishment of trade promotion wing in which Niryat Bandhu scheme is there. And the last one is the district as export hub to accelerate export from all districts in India. So these are the different initiatives of and schemes from DGFT. Number one is the trade promotion wing. Under DGFT and under the Ministry of Commerce and Industries, the trade promotion wing is established, under which different promotion schemes are there. This one is the sector-wise specialization team of Indian trade officers. Actually, is there any disturbance? Please mute the microphone, please. Okay. So sector-wise specialization team of Indian trade officers were built, and under which RA Calcutta is selected as pilot project under trade promotion wing. And Shri Amit Sharma, Joint Director General of Foreign Trade, Calcutta, and Head of Office of Guwahati DGFT, is the overall in charge of District Export Hub and Trade Promotion Wing of East Zone and Northeastern region, and is also the in charge officers of handicraft sectors. Next one is the Niryat Bandhu, which is the hand-holding scheme for new exporters and importers as well as the entrepreneurs. Those who want to start their new export as well as their imports. So under Niryat Bandhu scheme, we organize different kinds of trainings and development capacity building programs, under which we basically teach them how they can export their products, how the documentation process is there. So next one is the district as export hubs initiative, under which under these schemes, the at the rate 75 districts from all over India is selected for the pilot phase one, under which Imphal East Imphal district of Manipur is selected under district as export at the rate 75, and the potential products identified are the pineapple, black rice, and handloom products. So the aim of this district as export initiative is to manifest the vision of Honorable Prime Minister of India to convert each district of the country into an export hub, to facilitate India's export growth by providing technical and financial assistance to district level, which shall in turn create employment and income opportunities for people. Third one is to enable MSMEs, farmers, and small industries to get benefit of export opportunities in overseas market for self-sufficient and self-reliance. Fourth one is to provide ecosystem for innovation, use of technology at district level to make them competitive with this domestic as well as international markets. So after this, there is a facts regarding the handicrafts. So the it basically employs more than 7 million people, and India is the second largest employer. Like handicrafts is the second largest employer after agriculture, and 744 handicraft clusters are there, and more than 35,000 products are identified. One of the largest handicrafts exporting. India is one of the largest handicraft exporting country in the world. So these are the clear leaders in the handmade carpet segments, both in terms of value as well as the volume. So world market, we are the 1,091 billion by 2044, and at 11% annually compound during 2019 to 2024. The major good exported under woodwares, art metals, hand printed textiles, and etc. So this is the overall exports of the handicrafts from India. As we can see from the year 1999, it has already rose to the higher level, as you can see into this graph. So these are the different country-wise target products we can. For example, you can see in that Brazil, the woodwares are the products we can prepare from the bamboos and cane, and the countries which can be targeted are the Brazil, Belarus, and in the same situation we can go for the Japan as well, under which home furnishings are there. So this might be a different target products as well, the different target industries, or as well as the country. So as you can see into the left, this is a pie chart. You can see the most of the importing countries from the India are the USA, which is a 38.38% of the handicraft exports, followed by the UK, Australia, France, Germany, Netherlands, UAE, and others. And these are the exports from the handicrafts in the bar graph. As you can see, from 1987, it has already rose to the $3.3 billion in the year of 2021 to 2022. So these are the different emerging markets which can be targeted after the USA, and different we have discussed in the last slides. So Latin America could be the emerging markets, and these are the Russian, Belarus, Ukraine. We can't go as of now due to the Ukraine war. We can go with the Middle East, UAE, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia, along with the Thailand, Malaysia, and Singapore. So these are the how we can find different buyers as well as the exhibitions. For example, if you want to have a trade analysis, so you can go to the Ministry of Commerce and website under Department of Commerce, and you can find and have a trade analysis like regarding the specifically products you want to export. So you can go to that website and have a trade analysis. And this is the Indian ITC trade map, where you can find the list, most of the major of the list of the importer companies which are there in USA or different countries. You can find a different list of the countries in terms of their importing products. And for to find the exhibitions, suppose you want to get a knowledge of more handicraft items, and there are different exhibitions is organizing nowadays. So from ITPO you can find the different exhibitions. So the upcoming exhibitions which will be organizing in the month of March, 15th to 19th March, which is in the Delhi Fair in 2023. So those person who are interested, so can visit this upcoming event, which is a Delhi Fair, which will be organizing in Delhi only. So for more information, you can visit our DGFT YouTube channel, where you can get the complete knowledge of export documentation as well as the regarding the export procedure as well. And this is the massive open online program which is introduced by the Ministry of DGFT, which is under Niryat Bandhu scheme, Ministry of Commerce and Industries. This is absolutely free of cost. You can go and sign up there and find all. There are list of the modules where you can find how you can export, what are the documentation required for the exports, what are the potential markets are there. So you can have a look on this. And if you want a certificate of completion, as you can see, you have to pay just approximately 22,000 rupees of charges will be there for the completion of the certificates. So in this massive open online program, Basic of Exits, anybody can enroll. Modules are based certification are available. So various modules are available in which understanding of market opportunities are there, export business plan, foreign trade policies, implications of GST in export chain, management of international payments, commercial and regulatory documents for export preparation and handling. So you can reach us at our DGFT websites, that is dgft.gov.in. And just a second. Hello.
Yes,
Am I
we can
audible?
hear. Yes, yes.
Just a second. Just am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Yes, yes. So you can visit our DGFT website, where you can easily find different resources where you will be able to have a complete knowledge of export and import. This is our DGFT Calcutta email ID, and Shri Amit Sharma, which is the Indian Trade Services and is the Joint Director General of Foreign Trade Calcutta. This is the email ID, and you can visit us at any time. If you have any questions and inquiries, you can contact us on this email ID. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Praveen. In fact, I will come back to you a little later because Engineer Manoj K. Das is here with us, the former director of NER and also NetFee. He is just retired, and he's full of different ideas on bamboo and cane. And he's also a pioneer in establishment of the CBTC here. So, Engineer Manoj K. Das, please deliver your address.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning to everyone. Yes, we have been discussing about this export of bamboo, cane and bamboo products from Northeast. And especially Manipur has great capabilities in crafting wonderful items. Like we know there is a grass called Kona that is grown in on the banks of Lotus Lake. And bamboo is in abundance, and there is a district called Tamenglong. So in Tamenglong, they have developed wonderful products under one project. I forgot the name. I think it's a JICA project under JICA. And but there is one thing that I have been observing in this sector. While we are concentrating on bamboo, we have neglected cane, and there are many varieties of cane that is available, species of cane available in our region. I don't know the scientific names, but there is one cane called Raidang that is very strong. It's like a big stick that's very good for making the furnitures. Then in Assam there is one called Jati, and there is another also very small that's really suitable for weaving baskets. So we should also encourage people to grow cane, and it grows wild and almost all the regions of the Northeast, particularly Assam, Manipur, Nagaland, and Arunachal, plus Meghalaya, suitable for growing cane. And bamboo is in abundance. We have been talking about bamboo, greenwood. But problem is, I think, taking the craft seriously. When we order a particular sample in large quantity, there is no capacity to deliver. That is one problem. Then another is also the problem of design. I mean, we'll have to make it quite compact so that in one tonnage, the number of items that can be transported will be maximized, and also cost per kilo will be optimized. So that kind of design, we have to knock down furnitures and other things to generate. Then in the craft sector, I think bamboo jewelry has great future. Like one bamboo of 100 rupee can be converted to maybe 1 lakh rupee worth of jewelry, bamboo jewelry, and a lot of work has been done here by Northeast Bamboo Craft Development Council. Then also newer products like we have been talking about bamboo chopsticks, then agarbatti sticks, the bamboo charcoal, activated charcoal. So that way, I think we should take a basket of products that can be taken up on cluster mode, where we have really we can aggregate and scale up, and in large quantities you can produce, so that people go there and they can have in truckloads, not just few kilos or something, and which competitive pricing. Like we have now competitors from Vietnam, then China, Philippines, also other countries like Cambodia coming up, Thailand, and we have to import design inputs from them. From countries like Japan, they can give very good design. Then Indonesia, the Philippines, even in Thailand, I have seen. So there is huge export potential, but then we have to, chalk out, make a plan, roadmap. And during COVID time, while I was in NetFee, we prepared a roadmap for developing bamboo sector. And that report is available in NetFee, that can be taken up. And a few bamboo parks are coming up, but then it has to be very sincere. I mean, we have to put sincere effort, and a lot of agencies to come together. If we have to develop in a producer company level, then all government departments has to come forward and develop that particular cluster. And there are very good schemes available, like SCOOTY, their MSC CDP scheme, NSDP. So all these, we have to actually converge all the schemes and throw up some good models. And this is a right time, and bamboo and cane never had it so good. Now bamboo has been declared a grass, I think 2 or 3 years back. So harvesting bamboo from forest is also no problem. Transportation, no problem. And National Bamboo Mission, we have the National Mission on Bamboo Applications. All those, they are now, it is handled by, I think, NECTAR, Northeast Center for Technology Assessment and Reach, I think. So NECTAR government funding is available, private parties are there. And these bottlenecks of transportation is slowly going. Once we have this trilateral highway, then we'll be connected to Southeast Asia, the most dynamic region, then China. Yeah. So I wish this sector a great future, and with this I conclude because I have some other urgent work. So thank you very much for calling me.
Thank you, Mr. Anuj Das. Thank you so much. So we have with us Mr. Sivdat Arke from Imphal. So Sivdat, I can request you please unmute yourself.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Very good
I am with
afternoon.
my child. I hope you don't mind speaking
No,
with my
not at all, not at all.
Today I've taken off. It was a vaccination day. That's why I am with my
Okay.
child. So otherwise, it'll be a problem. There's nobody, no?
Yes, not an issue.
Good afternoon, everybody. So some of the experiences I can share with the Manipur market, where I am not very specialized in this subject, but I can share some of the thoughts which can be very good, useful to all the panelists, to all the members also. Regarding this bamboo, whatever the sir spoke earlier, the bamboo, a very good point was that the cane has been neglected in this sector. So everybody is only focusing on bamboo, but cane also has a very large market. So as I was there in the Middle East, I was working in the banking sector. So I have seen in the markets and all the products which are coming from this one, the Southeast Asian countries. So wherein we should always, wherein I've seen the large factor is the pricing factor also. That plays a very important vital role. So wherein if you're exporting something, so you need to know where they are pricing and what we are pricing. That also plays a very, one second, sir. One second, sir. I'm very distracted with this child. That's why I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, very sorry. The one problem what we face over here in the Northeast is lack of connectivity, and lack of communication, you can say. There's always been if you really want to excel, so there always should be a lack of connectivity. The connectivity and the communication should have a common flow. So wherein there should be ease in the documentation of the export requirements. So, and at the same time, with the bamboo thing and all, they are different council, Manipur, different body. So wherein they can share a very, I have already mentioned this word to Mr. Bhupiti, that there are, and I have introduced some person also, wherein they can always have assistance and they can always coordinate regarding the export and other matters. And with the bamboo and with the cane industry, where I have seen this Northeast from different part of this one, wherein Northeast doesn't lag behind with the skills and with the skill sets. You can say with the carving of the handmade work and all, with the furnitures and with these canned products, wherein they use as a tray, then the carpets and souvenirs. And this is very different, and we find it. We don't find it anywhere else. Where we find even artists from Indonesia and all, they are there, but even these people also have different kind of skill sets which are different from this Indonesian artist. So wherein if you are going to promote, then we can always promote this also and export. So only the thing is, like, we need a proper platform for this to be provided. So, and this PhD will always be there as assistance also. And if there's anything, this is all I can share my thoughts.
Thank you, Siddharth. In
Yes,
fact, I don't know whether you have gone through the deliberation of Mr. Keith Kumar Nepra. He rightly pointed out few the drawbacks and what are the why the Manipur is having lack of exports in Kenyan bamboo.
Yeah.
So
I know he was the director previously. I know. He's
Yes,
into
yes.
bamboo. Yeah.
Yes. And also now I request Mr. Parveen Verma, like since we can have a discussion now, Mr. Geet Kumar can also join us. In fact, we have got with us our member from PhD Chamber, Jagdish Lal, Colonel Jagdish Lal. So he had got few questions to ask on bamboo and cane. So Colonel Lal, you can just unmute yourself and ask your questions. And those any other participants, those who have any questions, they can raise their hands. I can allow you to speak. So regarding this establishment of trade promotion wing, like the NER Bamboo, can we have a wing in Manipur also, Mr. Parveen?
Yes, definitely. In the coming weeks, we will be organizing a Niryat Bandhu scheme under which we will train our new entrepreneurs and exporters. So, hopefully in the coming couple of weeks, we will be organizing in Manipur in collaboration with the EPCH Export Promotion Council for Handicrafts. So, the major sector we are focusing under the trade promotion wing is the handicraft sectors, and our joint director Shri Amit Sharma, joint DG, already visited the Manipur as well as the different clusters of the handicrafts. So the major factors which is crucial role which are playing, you can say, is basically they are facing a lot of difficulties in advertisements, as well as the logistics issues are there. And there are different sort of issues are there which we have already taken up in our district export action plans, and it will be taken up to the different ministries, and different funds will be allotted from the Ministry of Commerce and Industries under District as Export Hub initiative.
Yes, thank you. Yes, Colonel Lal, you can just unmute yourself. Colonel Jagdish Lal. I think having some problem with mic. Yes.
Everyone.
Yes, we can hear you. Good afternoon.
Am I audible to all?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Ada, you can. You have to be little loud. Hello.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, in fact, I have been listening to all the speakers. They have given a very good talk on the subject. But I think we all need to do a lot on promotion of bamboo and our crafts. So a lot can be done with as regards training for growers and manufacturer all together. So in that sense, wherever we can, we all must unite together and work for promotion of this bamboo and cane all together. So that's all I have to say, and thank you all. Thank you all for the nice talk on the subject.
Thank you, Colonel Jagdish Lal. In fact, this will be a team effort for all of us because Manipur has been neglected since long. So there's a chance to develop Manipur as an export hub. So we should take all the schemes being promoted by the government of India. And definitely DGFT is there to help.
Yes, definitely.
So I think Mr. Amit Sharma is going to join, or?
No, sir, he's in a secretariat meeting, so he won't be able to join today. I spoke
Okay.
to him. Yes.
Because our official from CBTC, Kenyan Bamboo Technology, they're having a meeting with NEC. They're online, so they've just given the apology that they're not able to join us today. Anyway, we had a very fruitful discussion. So it will continue maybe in the second edition.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
so I thank all our speakers from Prithviraj Neog, from Netfi, then Mr. Geet Kumar Nepram, former Chief Town Planner, Government of Manipur, Mr. Praveen Verma, a young professional DGFT Kolkata. Praveen, you have been giving us sharing so interesting slides. So last time also, it is very interesting and informative.
Yes,
And
yes.
we had Mr. Manoj Das also, and definitely Siddhartha RK. So thanks to all, and thanks to all our participants of today's webinar. So thanks to all. And definitely my thanks to the ministry also for sponsoring the webinar, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, and therefore all officials of PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.